Hello everyone, my name is Puja and I have done my graduation and post-graduation in biotechnology. I have also done my B.Ed in subject science and maths. I have 2 years of teaching experience. I teach subject science for standard 8, 9th and 10th. I also teach subject biology for standard 11th and 12th. This is little introduction about me. Thank you. So let's start with today's topic. Let's start with the today's topic, that is digestion. First, I will start with the basic introduction of digestion. So why we should study digestion or why we study digestion? Because it gives us the basic idea about the processing of the food into the living organisms so that we will get energy from that food or whatever we eat. So we all know that food is the basic component of living organisms, and why we eat food or why our body requires food, because it contains nutrients which is essential for the production of energy, and we all know that energy is needed for the proper growth, proper development of the body. So to in order to provide energy, food must be processed into the body so that it will provide energy. So for this process there is a digestion in all the living organisms. So what is digestion? Digestion is the process of conversion of complex nutrients present in the food into the smaller one so that it gets easily absorbed by the body. Food contains food, it contains these nutrients, that is carbohydrates, proteins and fat, which is present in very larger size. That's why these three nutrients of food are known as macromolecules. So these are present in very larger size, so the body can't be able to absorb such large molecules easily. So these molecules which are present in very larger size must be processed by the process of digestion in the body so that our body can absorb it easily and used it for the energy production. So for this process there is digestion. The process of digestion converts these larger size molecules into the smaller one so that they can get easily absorbed by the body. So for the process of digestion, every living organisms have a system that is known as digestive system, which helps in the digestion. So now let's talk about the digestive system. What is the function of digestive system? The function of digestive system is that it processes the food materials so that it can be used by the cells of the body properly. So digestive system consists of two parts. First is alimentary canal and second is digestive glands. First we will talk about alimentary canal. What is alimentary canal? Alimentary canal is a long tube-like structure starting from the mouth and ends with the anus. Every living organism has two openings. First is anterior opening and second is posterior opening. What is anterior opening? Anterior opening, the opening which is present in front of the body, that is known as the mouth, and the function of mouth is to intake of food. The next opening, that is known as the posterior opening. Posterior opening is present in the back of the body, and what is its function? Its function is to remove the undigested food material from the body, and the posterior opening is known as anus. So these are the organs, that is mouth, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine and anus, that together constitute the alimentary canal of digestive system. Now, what is the function of alimentary canal? That alimentary canal provides space for the processing of food. Now, second is the digestive glands. What is digestive glands? Digestive glands digestive glands are the glands which secrete some secretions that is necessary for the digestion of food. So in our body there is three glands which helps in the process of digestion, that is salivary gland, liver and pancreas. The secretions of digestive glands contains enzymes which is needed for the digestion. Now what is enzymes? Enzymes act as a catalyst, or we can say enzymes act as a scissor for cutting off large food materials into the smaller ones. So these enzymes are provided by the digestive glands. Let's understand the digestive system with the help of diagram. The digestive system starts with the mouth and ends with the anus. This is anus. So first, food enters into the mouth. This is mouth. It is also known as buccal cavity. So what is the function of mouth? Mouth consists of two organs, that is teeth and tongue. So first, what is the function of teeth? Teeth cuts or grinds the larger food materials into the smaller one so that it can easily pass from here to here, because food has to be passed from mouth to the anus, so it must be present in the smallest particle or in smallest size so that it can be easily passed from here to here. Otherwise, if it is present in larger size, it will get stuck somewhere. That's why the conversion of large food particles into the smaller one is needed. So this is done by the teeth. Teeth converts the larger food materials into the smaller one. Second is the tongue. What is the function of tongue? Tongue helps in mixing of food. Tongue mixes the food with the saliva so that the food passes smoothly from the mouth to the last part, that is anus. Or we can say tongue helps in mixing of food. So the mixing of food with the saliva is done by the tongue. So teeth and tongue together constitute the mouth. Next, food enters into the esophagus. Esophagus, this pipeline structure is known as esophagus. Esophagus is also known as food pipe. Now why it is known as food pipe? Because it carries the food from mouth into the stomach. This is stomach, this J-shaped organ, that is this one, this is the stomach. Now how the food comes from esophagus into the stomach? So the inner lining, this one, the inner lining of the esophagus consists of muscles that contracts and relaxes rhythmically, that pushes the food from here to here, and this movement is known as peristalsis movement. So the peristalsis movement is used in the pushing of food from here to here. So, food from esophagus leads into the stomach. So this is the stomach. This is the structure of the stomach. Stomach is divided into four parts. First is fundus, second is cardia, third is body, and fourth is pyloric. Fundus. What is fundus? Fundus, actually it is the site or it is the place where esophagus opens. This one. So in the fundus there is opening of esophagus. Second part of stomach is cardia, and the third part of the stomach is body. What is body? Body is the main central part of the stomach. Actually all the digestion process takes place in the body region of stomach. And the last part of the stomach is pyloric, and the last part, that is pyloric, it opens into the small intestine, because food has to pass into the small intestine from the stomach. So this function is performed by the pyloric part of the stomach. Now after coming into the stomach, the food particles has to meet with the three important substances. First is hydrochloric acid, that is HCl. Second is mucus, and third is enzyme protease. Let's see what are these functions. So first, HCl, that is hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid performs two functions. First, it kills the germs or bacteria that enters into our body through the food. जो हमारी बॉडी में फूड के साथ एंटर कर चुका है, उन germs और बैक्टीरिया को किल कौन करता है? That is hydrochloric acid. Now, second function of hydrochloric acid is that it provides the acidic condition to the enzyme protease. This enzyme, that is protease, it needed acidic condition for its action. So this acidic condition is provided by the hydrochloric acid. So these are the two functions of hydrochloric acid. First is to kill the germs which enter into our body with the food. Second is to provide the acidic condition for the action of enzyme protease. Second is mucus. What is the function of mucus? That we all know that HCl is a acid, so it is harmful for the body, but it is required in the digestion process. So this mucus protects the inner lining, this one, from the action of acid. Next is protease. What is the function of protease? Protease is an enzyme that converts the larger molecules of proteins into the smaller one. These protease is also known as protein digesting enzymes. Why protein digesting enzymes? Because this enzyme converts the large molecules of proteins into the smaller one. So these are the three important substances which are released into the stomach for the processing of food. From stomach, food enters into the small intestine. This is small intestine, from here to here, this one. So I take the small intestine, I draw the small intestine here. So this is the structure of small intestine. Small intestine consists of three parts. First is duodenum, that is which is C-shaped. This one. The C-shaped structure of small intestine is known as duodenum. And the second part is jejunum. Jejunum is long coiled structure of the small intestine. And third part of the small intestine is ileum, that is this one, which is highly coiled in nature. So this is the small intestine. After the small intestine, food passes into the large intestine. This is known as the large intestine. Food enters from the small intestine into the large intestine. Actually, the digestion of food takes place in three organs. First in the mouth, then in the stomach, then in the small intestine. So in the mouth and in the stomach, there is partial digestion of food materials. Means in the stomach and in mouth, food is not completely digested. It is partially digested. The complete digestion of food takes place into the small intestine. So in the small intestine, complete digestion of food takes place. After that, the undigested food material, or we can say the waste material, enters into the large intestine. This is the structure of large intestine. Large intestine is also divided into three parts. That is, first is cecum, second is colon, and third is rectum. The first part, that is this one, is known as cecum, and the second part, that is colon, from here to here, it is known as colon, and the last part of the large intestine, that is rectum. So the colon is also of three types. The colon which has the direction in upward is known as ascending colon. Ascending means increasing. This is known as the transverse colon because it has a straight direction. This one is known as the descending colon because it has downward direction. And after that, there is a rectum, and rectum ends with the anus. Anus is the posterior opening through which the waste material of the body gets out of the body. So this is the structure of the large intestine. all about the basic introduction of the digestion. Actually, it is very vast topic, so I chose one topic to cover it. I hope you will like it. Thank you.